Hello, everyone. You have 2.5 Men on our weekly live YouTube video. Chris, wake up. Anyway, there we go. I just want to say hi to everybody. I want to start off by I have really bad news, but I wanted everyone to know. David McCall lost his wife last night, Susan. We all know her. It's really sad news. We did start a GoFundMe if you want to donate to help with funeral costs. Don't think that Papua New Guinea everything's cheap. It's actually not. They don't make a lot, but they don't have any problem with charging people a lot. So we did that to try to help out. Anyway, so give him prayers for David. You know, I can't imagine losing my spouse because I would be lost without her. Anyway, he saw the support. He did put a post in on Passive Nation. I just saw it. You can go look at it. He's happy with all the outpouring of people giving their condolences. So anyway, we pray for you, David. Okay, let's get started. We're going to do a hodgepodge of many different things. As you heard or haven't heard, Mr. Mufaro showed up on the round table. We know this is live, so we're only going to talk about a few things. The rest of it, you can go watch the video. It's back there now. The full version and just Ask Mufaro version, all right on top of each other in the webinar, in the webinar tab. It's also underneath the notes that Peter Sir did. One point I want to bring out is make sure you watch that too, really. I want to point out is he brought up the emails. Mr. Mufaro and his staff whitelisted every email in OnPassive. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. It's a lot more work than people think, trust me. What I ask people to do, and we all do, if you get an email from OnPassive, mainly, they're mostly the ones that you get, like if there's going to be a webinar or something like that. If any email from anything that you like winds up in your spam, don't just move it to your inbox. You'll be asked, is this spam? Say, no, this is not spam. And then from there on out, that's you whitelisting it on your end. So do that and you'll get them from now on in your inbox. The other thing is in a message from OnPassive, and this is every company has to do this, there has to be a thing on the page that gives the opportunity to unsubscribe. Don't unsubscribe if you want the emails because you won't get any more emails. Tens of thousands of people unsubscribed to the company. Now, here's what I think happened. I think they unsubscribed back when it was GoFounder because they didn't know we were going to be getting OP, one-time password or code or whatever it is. And when you did that, it keeps that forever. So, but everything's been whitelisted. So you should be getting them. And if you don't get it in your inbox, you get it in your spam. I'm going to repeat, tell your spam, this is not spam, and it'll go in your inbox. And then everyone after that will go to your inbox. I'm going to turn it over to Red right now, and I'll be back with you.
Okay, hi everyone, how are we? 2.5 Men back on a Wednesday, especially here for OnPassive updates and, of course, your own entertainment. So, as Marty said, sincere condolences to the Bacau family. Tragic, absolutely tragic. I cannot bear to think what they are all going through. But we are here and we do soldier on. We are here for the rest of the founders and obviously everybody who needs our help. So we are going to be kicking this off as soon as Marty gets the okay. He's going to say a few hellos on his live stream on YouTube. I'll then come in and say a few hellos to the people who are on mine, and then Chris will go over and say hello to his two that he has on his as well after that. And then we're going to crack on. We've got a lot to bring you up to date with what's going on, etc. At the moment. and where we are. As you see already, lots of changes in the back office. We keep on saying this, guys, time and time again to every single one of you. Just because we don't hear from Ash on a daily basis does not mean to say that work is not being carried out behind the scenes. And what's happened over the weekend is exactly that. I mean, we've never seen Ash so many times as we have done over the last week. It's been fantastic to see. And every single time he's been on anything, he has really dropped some absolute golden nuggets to all of us. If you don't think that, then you're not listening. You are just hearing for stuff you want to hear and not actually what is going on and reading between those lines. So I'm going to hand it back over to Marty or Chris, and I'm just going to go over to my YouTube just to make sure everything's all right.
Marty, thank you, Red. Marty, let me say real quick. You guys all know about my angels list, okay? And I'm sorry to say we cannot use Obless for this. We do have to use the GoFundMe. Angels, consider this your very first calling. Let's show David Bacau and his family what Obless is really about, even though we're going to use something else. Let's really blow it up. I've shared that GoFundMe all over all the pages, Facebook, Passive Nation, Passive Nation UK. Let's show them what Obless is going to really do, even though we're not using it right now. But let's do a warm up here, and let's show Papua New Guinea how much we really love them. And prayers for your family, David, and sincere condolences. My heart is completely broken. Thanks, guys. Angels, get your wings going. Marty, back to you.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, it's definitely a sad day because David's like family to me, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Okay, I'm going to say a couple of howdies on YouTube. Tim the Leprechaun Dylan is in the house. Captain Kirk. Susan Bopp, how you doing? Terry Curtis Beckett, welcome. Glad you could make it. Yes, we're all sorry about David's wife. Joel Lee Tonin. That I never saw you before. Welcome. I don't remember seeing you. I'm glad you're here. Roy McPhill, always here. Thank you. And here we have Trevor Peters is in the house. Trevor, how you doing? Grams of Trades. I hope you have pounds of trades, Grams. Welcome. Listra, one of the powerhouse women of Unpassive, is here. Let me try to go through a couple more. Rose Massa Belly. Ooh, that's a hard one. Hope I didn't mess it up too bad. Welcome. Susan, I already said hello to you. Let me try to go down. Christina Dodds. Dan, the street is in the house. Hello, Dan. Just got done chatting with you. Christina Dodds, Ruth Pace, both of you, you're always around. Great support. Marcelo Oragasta, welcome to the live YouTube. Joanne Hepps is in the house. Hello, Joanne. Thank you for always being supportive. Abdi Alasso, welcome. Julie, my little sister, the peacock, is in the house. Hello. Joyce Hicks, my second big fan. I know her husband's number one. Hello, glad you could make it. Sean's here. Chris is flapping his wings. Mike Polovina, welcome. Bruce Gerstein is in the house. Bruce, what's up? And Tanya Unpassive, I know who you are. You are the drill sergeant of Unpassive Nation. You don't mess with her. Patrick, I'm going to say it right. McGuigan. Okay. It only took me 6 months to say it, and Red taught me how to do it. Bibiana Unpassive is in the house. Hello, Bibiana. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Red so he can give some shout outs, and then Chris is going to yell at a couple of his people.
Okay, I'm going to go as fast as I can, Marty. Are you ready for this? We've got Theo, Patricia, Vic Lubin and Ozzy Osmond, Richard Samuels, Jarmo and Kim Mills, Anne Long, Nick Munty and Brett Graham, Patricia Sawyer and Martin Hoppy, Lister is in the house, Janet Muller, Brian, my mate Quirk from Alicante, Dale Cruz, Annette Scott, Linda Longmore and Sean, Jermaine Dockery and Susan Hodges, Antoinette Hayes, Dawn McIntyre and Steve Holton. Tanya on Passive is doubling up on both our channels. Fantastic. Vicky Barker, O'Blaze and Roxanne Fremantle. Sherry Derswer is here as well. And Key Windle, my mate, how you doing? Vera Wallong, Polly Cherry, Ruth Pace, and Perpetua is here as well. Paddy McGuigan is doubling up as well. Harvey DJ Green and Peter Morell, Kathy Burgoyne and Abdi is here. Lynn Nakamoto, hello, hello. David Rosalski, Nat Harris is here as well. That's Nate Harris even. Pam Stenvix as well. Patty Carpenter, Angela Russmont, Ernie Martinez and Rose is here as well. Who else have we got? Lynn Nakamoto said hello to you. Keith Donnelly, Diana Lennon, and Vic Lobin. Narelle is here as well. Warcock at Stupid O'Clock, hello. William Delorme, Marshmallow Man, hello. Roxanne, Helen Tyler, Joseph Swindler, and Robert Rios, Noel Morrison, Jerry Prince, Keith Donnelly, Chris MT, Carlos Cows, and Deborah Conrad. Julie's doubling up as well. Joyce Hicks and Joanne Augland, over to you.
Whoa, my goodness. Okay, I'm going to do a shout out for my two people, which is John White and Bill Musk, and I'm sharing the Bill Musk channel. So all you people watching Bill Musk, hi. Marty, back to you.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Pam and Kevin. Nasty. No, I'm just kidding. How you doing? I hope you guys are doing great. And Robin's here. Hello, Robin. They actually came onto the Zoom. Chris gave them the Zoom link. That's better. It's like box seats. You're lucky. Maybe you don't feel so lucky. But
VIP seats, pay extra.
VIP seats, yeah. Soon the drinks and the food will be along.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't wait too long for that. Anyway, couple things I want to go over. Kind of a recap of things that happened in the last week, right? I mean, on a lot of our Zooms between me, Red, and Chris, we bring up what people should be thinking about. Okay, I know that there's a core group of people that are tapped in, and they stay, they stay caught up. They know what's happening. They're not surprised over anything because they're always tied in. I want you to please, and I've said this many times, even though you are, keep encouraging the people under you to be tapped in. And let me tell you how you do that. If somebody comes to you every couple of weeks and wants you to give them an update, as long as you keep doing that, they don't have to tap in because they got you. I would recommend very highly to make people grow up, let them go look for themselves, because anybody can get tapped in an hour, even less. There's videos everywhere. You could do one live and get tapped in. So it's you need to be plugged in. Come on. I mean, that's the least you can do. People overstated the being passive. Okay. Passive is not, you're knocked out laying in, come on. This thing's get going. We can't drag people along. I don't mind helping people, but be caught up, know what's going on. Think big, have your stuff ready. This is much bigger than any of us thought. Look, I think big already and I'm blown away. Every time Ash comes on and delivers something else, I'm like, what the heck? How can there be anything else? And then ask us what we think. I don't know what to think. I'm past thinking about what to think. I don't know. But I do know it's bigger than any opportunity or best position I could be in my life outside of me and God, okay? I mean, there's nothing, nobody has a better chance than we do now. No one. I don't care who you are. And you want to go for a shiny object, you want to waste a few bucks, $100, 200, 300, go ahead. I don't get it. But whatever you do, don't jeopardize your account. Don't cross recruit, okay? You want to do something and you're talking to somebody you knew before on passive. Okay. I don't get it. I wouldn't waste the money. And you haven't done anything. You're not doing anything that I haven't done. If I thought there was something better out there, I would be there. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. So I'm going to turn it over to Red.
Yeah, hi guys, got a couple of things for you today. Now, as I said at the beginning, things going on in the background. What do I mean by this? If you are logging in, you will notice a few changes. The LC tab has now been taken away. and we are posting in the update section. You'll also notice in the update section there is 3 headers on there, one for LC, one for company, and one for Ash Mufareh himself. So it's important that you guys visit this on a daily basis, if not every time you log in, and you click each of those tabs to see if there's any new updates that you need to know about. This is going to get cleaned up a little bit as well, because basically what's happened is all the information that was originally on LC been dragged over there, and when the new leadership council gets announced, there's going to be access changes, etc., etc. So that's one thing I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. Now, what I want to talk to you guys today about is Academy. Now, I was in the airport in Mexico waiting for my flight to come back to the UK the other night when Ash was on, and obviously he used me as one of the examples of Academy. Do you know something? It's something that I've been thinking about an awful lot. And the reason I've been thinking about it, because it doesn't just appertain to me, guys. You know, obviously I'm a chef, and when the first lockdown happened a couple of years ago, our business closed, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You know, I need to do something and carry on and all the rest of it. So I did a YouTube channel at the time called Lockdown Cooking at Home. And this was to help teach people how to cook at home, basically. Because remember, prior to the pandemic, most people were either crossing paths with their loved ones, or eating out more, or grabbing a takeaway, whatever it may be. And all of a sudden, everyone was confined to home. And it's like, holy hell, I've got to cook something. So I did this, and this really got me thinking about Academy. Now, anybody, and I mean absolutely anybody, Academy is going to be an absolute breath of fresh air for you to make another stream of income. Now, don't forget, we are already going to have On Passive doing all the work for us, going out there, advertising and everything. But on top of that, if you have a skill, so if you are a carpenter, a cook, metal worker, anybody else, like, you know, anybody who's got a skill, you can do courses to show people how to do your skill. Now, don't forget, majority of us who are already founders here will be doing this. Why? Not for the money, because we're going to be getting them apples from On Passive. We're going to be doing it because it's our passion. It's what we love doing. And why wouldn't we want to share what we want to do with other people? It's going to be very easy to set up, because we're going to be using the tools of On Passive that we get given when we activate our accounts. So Doodle, Capture, all of these things we'll be able to use to make up our videos, etc. Connect, all of these sort of things, and then we're going to be able to put it all up on the Academy network, give a couple of freebies, and then say, hey, do you like what you're seeing? Do you want to know more? And then you put at a very low rate, or whatever rate you want to, and you'll be making an income. But the one thing that completely fried my brain on all of this is you can actually have people reselling your courses. Now, that is just crazy. So not only we got the platform that we can put this on anyway, but then we can also use other people to resell these courses on our behalf. They make some money, we make some money, everybody is happy. And this is on top of what everything else is going on now. It completely blew my mind. And this is without any of the academic people as well that are going to go in there. If you're a teacher, they are all on rubbish wages. They all have so much stress in the classroom. Can you imagine teachers just plugging into this as a sideline to begin with, teaching English, teaching Spanish, teaching a language, doing extracurricular activities that people right now spend and pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to re-educate their kids externally from the schools. They can do all of this online with Academy. And then you've got all the businesses. Every single day in business, every worker has to have medical upgrades. They have to have their certificates up to date before they can even go on site. At the moment, they have to go all over the place. They can stick it all on there. Academy. You can go in and out. It'll tell you how you progress. All of a lot of it. It is mind blowing. One product that has so much scope. It is unbelievable. Over to you, Chris.
Wow. Hey. Red Redford, you are on fire, brother. Marty DeGarmo, Red, I love you guys to death. Lots of respect for everything you've done. I want to do a little touching up. First of all, I want to call out to all the founders in the last few months who really came out of the box, who got on top of that box and kept going. You're getting on these webinars and you're blasting out, you're talking, you're preaching on passive, which I absolutely love. Absolutely am proud of that. But I do have one pet peeve. We all know about the cross promoting. I don't want to get into that. You know, it's a no-no. But my other big no-no is limelighting. Okay. There's a lot of people out there right now who are not really talking about a passive. They're talking about themselves. All right. That's a big no-no. Am I limelighting? Red? No, we're sharing what we know about impassive and we're giving the correct information. I've witnessed a few times in the last couple of weeks in some webinars that people are giving the wrong information. Okay. Like my brother Marty says, like my brother Red says, if you don't know, it's okay to say, I'm not sure. Let me find out. But it's very important, guys. Very important that we all stay on the same page and we give everyone the same direction with information. Limelighting, that's just a big no-no. All right. We are here to show people what a passive can do for them, not for you to show what you can do for them. It's about impassive right now, okay? Remember, a real leader, a strong leader is grounded to his people, to all the people. In other words, he stays down. He stays right here, eye to eye with everybody. He's not better, bigger, or she than anyone else. Knowledge is power. Get the correct knowledge when you're doing a webinar, but I'm still going to commend you for getting out there. But please, let's keep it on passive and not about me, myself, and I. I don't do that. You might think I do, but I don't. I'm just excited to talk to anyone about a passive. Marty DeGarmo, back to you.
Very good, Chris and Red, no doubt. And I want to piggyback on both. Red talked about the possibilities of unpassive. I believe most people think about unpassive one-dimensionally. If that's the name of that product, that's all it can do. And that's just not the case. Thursday night, we're going to have a meeting with Robin and Chris, and we're going to go over possibilities that you might not have thought of. Red touched on this, and let me tell you, I brought this up the other day. There could be a singer. I'm going to use Nashville because Milo loves country music, and so do I, by the way. Do you really think that the best singers in the world are the superstars? No, they're not. They're at the right place at the right time. Yes, they have great voices, but they're not always the best voice. With unpassive, like we talked to that lady that sang the unpassive song. Beautiful freaking voice. Absolutely beautiful. Will she ever be known? Chances are no, which is sad. With unpassive, do you realize besides being a chef like Red, being a singer like her and building a fan base, what could possibly happen? How about somebody that teaches German or Spanish or whatever? And you're thinking, yeah, but what's the big deal? Think about 100 million customers, 1% shows up and you charge $10. I mean, get a calculator. This isn't brain surgery. And if you suck, they're not coming back, but that's part of the gig. Plus, you don't care if you make money, apples are going to be coming in like Red said. Start using your imagination. There's so much involved with unpassive that it blows me away. In fact, I get in conversations with people about the possibilities, and I make it a point that it's not too late because I won't be able to sleep. I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, you could do that. And how about if you tied that into it? Oh my God, you could do this too. Oh, it's mind blowing. So start thinking bigger. As said, dream bigger, get a bigger calculator. Okay. There's no guarantees how much you're going to make and when you're going to make it. Nobody's saying that. I think people were brought into this with an MLM attitude, and that's wrong. It's a business. Sales are made. You get a commission. If they're under you, you get paid. It's that simple. Let's not make it more complicated than that. But it looks, if you give people value, which is all what Ask talks about the most, you give people value on a product that's in high demand and the technology is better and induced with artificial intelligence, it's a no-brainer. What are you going to pick? Nobody is in love with a company. People are in love with OnPassive if you're in. Big difference. Customers here are more than just customers, my opinion. And I think it'll be that way even bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I've seen it. I've seen it go from 15,000 people. Red Sox go from a couple thousand people or something. You've seen it. It's only getting bigger and better. It didn't get worse. It got bigger and better. There's a handful that doing the wrong thing or moving. You're going to find that anywhere. But if you drive right and you run right and you talk right and you act right, people will follow you, right? They will follow you. The ones that can't see it, they shouldn't be founders anyway, and that's okay. That's part of life. Like I said, Thursday night, Robin's going to have one looking at the potential of OnPassive. We're going to throw around different ideas, different people. We all have passions. I'm not a chef. I watched Red's shows. I like cooking shows. I watch them now, believe it or not.
Just eat like a chef, Marty.
I eat like a chef. I should be a chef, sampler, because I can do that. You're going to find that hard to believe that I can eat, but I can. And I think you find that Chris can probably munch pretty good too. Anyway, what else I want to say before I turn it over to Red? Stay tied in. Look at the possible. Oh, tonight at 6:30, I got to do this or Peacock's going to flip out. They're having a webinar at 6:30 on Julia Milo. They're breaking it down kind of too. I think they're going to talk to sports people like managers, coaches, and people like that to see how could that possibly, how could you be a coach and anything in OnPassive help you? Trust me, guys. Use your imagination. staff is going to be so user friendly. You can use it for many different things. You got people, you want to put them in a location. Hey, this guy's good on first, this guy's good on pitcher, and you put that in different locations. Those stuff, you can modify that to do whatever you want, And there's other things, videos, texting, make your own page, make a banner, make anything and create anything. I mean, guys, this is mind blowing. So start using your head and really think about, go read about this stuff, and you go, oh my God, I never thought I could do that. You could do anything. OnPassive is the anything company. Really, it is. What does that say? If we need it, we can do it. If you can think it, it can be done. And I've always said that. He's crazy enough to make it happen. I say that with all due respect, Mr. Mafar. If you are watching, you know what I mean. No, but I mean, thank God he's not an average guy, because an average guy couldn't do this, right? Could you do it? Be honest. No, you can't. I wouldn't even try. All that pressure. And one more thing I want to say. I knew what I wanted to say, and this is important, and I'll probably not say anymore. It's not true. I'll say more, but I'm going to try not to say that much. I know that a lot of people are hurting, okay? Things are rough in life. OnPassive, Mr. Mufara, are not unemployment compensation. If you're having a problem at home, do what you've always done to make it. If you got to get a part-time job, go get one. If you need to make more money, go get a part-time job. You need a full-time job, go get it. OnPassive is here when it's here. And when it comes, it can, in the long run, I believe, replace your income. But until that happens, putting that pressure on Mr. Mufara or the company or the staff or even us crazy LC or whatever you want to call us, because I don't care about titles, is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Yes, people need it to happen sooner, but your life has nothing to do with OnPassive until OnPassive launches. Nothing. You're a founder. You're fortunate to be able to get in early, but OnPassive will be ready when it's ready. That extra, oh, you got to help. No, he doesn't. No. People get that wrong. People call him the second coming. I think he's a gift from God. Yeah, I do. But he is not Moses. He's not Jesus. He's not any spiritual. He's a great guy who's taken a load of crap on his shoulders. Let's put it just at that level, okay? He doesn't need any more crap added on that's already he put on himself. He put plenty on himself. We don't need to add to it. Be smart. Yes, he knows what's going on in the world. Yes, he wants it to launch. But putting pressure on if this doesn't launch, this is going to happen. The world goes on, okay? No matter how much on passive does, the poor will always be with us. They will. We're going to make a notch out of it. We're going to make a difference in the world. But are we going to change everything there is? No, get that out of your head. But we'll make an impact, a big impact. And we should be happy with that. But please, no excess pressure. That's not fair. It's not fair. We all want it to happen. Nobody more than Mr. Mufar and his family. No one. He's the one putting out the money. What are we doing? $97? What do we get for that? You get nothing. Sit down and shut up. That's what we get. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll turn it over to who, Chris or Red? He's pointing down. Apparently. It must be yeah. On his screen, you're down.
Yeah, I know. And he's under me. There you go. I've only got a couple of things. Actually, Paddy McGuigg's just put a very good point on there. We're not a charity, we're a business. And this really is the mindset that we have to have, is every single one of us has our own business with On Passive. Don't forget, we're founders and partners in On Passive. It is our business and we are going to be marketed. Our domain name is going to be marketed and the products and services of On Passive is going to be marketed in our domain name. So very important that when we come to the activation of our accounts that we get that domain name really, really spot on. It's no point in having a domain name of I've got love for you, baby. It ain't going to wash, is it, as a domain name for a business, so you need to be quite specific about what you're going to be using as a domain name, because that is what's going to be marketed. The other couple of points is I'm just going to add to what Marty said about Ash doing all this for us. Now, the normal mentality of every single person who starts any business, their thought is, I'm doing this because I want to make money, right? That's their mentality. I've done it in the past whenever I have started my own businesses, and I've been self-employed a few times in various ventures, and touch wood and everything. Myself and Jane have been very successful with them. But the main reason we did it is because we want to better our lives, be successful, which means earning money. Ash Mufar has been completely different on this. His whole attitude is, yes, I want to be successful, but I also want everybody else to be successful as well. You will never, ever get another CEO like this guy who wants to share the majority of the wealth. He only wants a certain amount of apples, and then he's going to distribute these apples between the foundership, and that's us guys. So it's a very unique position to be in as a founder, and one I feel very privileged to be in. I really say this a lot, and I feel like that, and if people want to come along and say you're brainwashed and all the rest of it, on you go, son. That's entirely up to you. That's what you think. That's not what I think. Oh, it's a cult. No, it's not. It's a business. Get a life. What's the matter with you? You know what I mean? Some people have some crazy thoughts, but I wash them away because I know the big picture here. And I tell you what, guys, we are close to that finish point right now. So all good things come to those that wait. The last thing is that I forgot to say, one of the extra things that have been put into the back office is, if you'll notice, the O Tracker tab is there now with coming soon. What's that mean, guys? We saw it with O Staff, we saw it with O Trim, we saw it with O Mail. It means it'll be here really, really soon. So keep plugged in like you all are, and keep up to date. And as soon as we know any information that we can divulge with you guys, you all are the first people we tell. Back over to you, Chris.
Holy cow, how do I follow you two guys? Hey guys, it's as simple as this. It's all done for you. We've said it for a long time. We've absolutely got on every single webinar that we can, and we explained it. how it's done. It's pretty simple. All right. You got to think what Ash Mafar. Well, you don't know what Ash Mafar does. We do. All right. He works around the clock. He spends hours and hours a day, literally on his computer, on the phone, like my dog, talking to his staff, making sure everything's right. If something goes wrong, he's there. All right. Have you ever done that? Have you ever worked around the clock for 3.5 years plus nonstop? That's what he's done for all of us. Okay. It doesn't get any better than this. I'm proud to say that I belong to a wonderful family called Unpassive. I'm proud to say that I know Ash Mafara and learn from him. My heart has grown bigger. My head is definitely getting bigger. We can all see that. It's just an amazing thing. You should all be excited about it. Us three guys plus many more get up every single day and we talk to people. We talk to individuals to help them change their lives. Okay. That's what we do. That's what our jobs are to do. All right. We don't have labels. You're looking at an auto worker. You're looking at a chef. Marty's was a supervisor. Three normal dudes that seen something, jumped in it, learned about it, and decided to let's just talk about it. It's pretty amazing. Every one of you got that in you. All right. The more people talk, don't be so scared. I will jump on anyone's live that wants to do it the first time, and I will help you. And I guarantee you, Red and Marty would do the same thing. All right. It's that simple. But all you really got to do is talk about it. Don't worry about negative people. You know where they're at. They're in that hole. Let them stay in the hole. They will pop their head out when we launch. And when we do launch, remember, angels will start flying. All right, that's when it's really going to count. As those funds come in for all of us and our wealth increases, what do? We're going to increase the wealth of the world to people that need it. To people that need it. Remember that. I've got an angels list like you wouldn't believe. All right, 2 of these guys on this panel are on that angels list. Boy, are we going to do some miracles. Papua New Guinea is going through a real rough time right now. One of the first things I really want to get over is help Papua New Guinea. All right. We've lost quite a few brothers and sisters in the last few months over there. And you know what? I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of people that have funds that don't want to help. Guess what? We're going to have 1,200,000 plus. That's going to be able to help these people instantly all over the world. That's all I got. I just want to say thank you. Keep plugging in. Please tell people the right information. It's all about Unpassive and changing the world. Remember that. Most important thing. Marty, back to you.
If no one has anything else, I'll close it out. And what I want to say, though, one more thing. I've noticed on a lot of webinars, especially when Ash comes on, that there's a mentality, it's us against him. He is on our team. He's the captain, but he's on our team. You wouldn't approach me with gotcha questions or trying to get over to me, would you? Then why do we do it to him? It's just not right. Let's talk to him like a normal person. In fact, we should treat him special because he's being special to us. But I've noticed this gotcha or paparazzi type thing of what can I get from him? You wouldn't do that to me. I wouldn't do that to you. Don't do it to him. It's not right. It's just not right. And closing out, I want to tell David, when you see this, we love you, brother. Sorry for what happened. Papua New Guinea is the biggest inspiration to all of us. I'm really sorry. And you'll make it through it, buddy. And remember, you got a family, a big one, one of the biggest families in the world. So don't forget that. Anyway, I'll see you all and God bless.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
There you go, Chris. Hey.
At the end of the day,
Marty will be teaching, at the end of the day, and Marty will be teaching tutu classes.
No, what do I always say? So I'll say it.
Say it?
No.
Oh, Marty says, let me tell you something. Let me tell you why. That's Marty's.
There we go. Okay, let me tell you why. And Chris says, duh.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.